25% of the unemployed population are degreed applicants. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 27th. We didn't work yesterday because we had an ice storm here in Louisiana, and on Sunday I had gotten we couldn't. My pastor had already canceled church. I had washed up my last load of clothes and folded and put them up because fun fact about me, I like to put up my clothes while they're hot. Like if I leave and my towel's dry or my clothes dry before I get home, I run a dryer a little bit to get them hot so I can put them up hot. Weird? That's me. But anyway, yeah, so I did that. I had gotten me a few peanuts and I sat down getting ready to watch a little TV. And I probably was going to watch Terry Anderson and then get ready to watch my pastor online, and the lights flickered 2 times or 3 times. 3 times, but the third time it went off and didn't come back on. And so we were without power from about 4:45 Sunday morning till 5:45 Sunday evening. And so the blessing in that is that it was just about daylight when they went off, and it was just about dark when they came back on. So we have good flashlights and stuff like things like that, so it was okay. It just was cold. We just put on extra layers. And y'all know, like, I buy pajamas for people for Christmas. So my son has probably about 20 pair of those fleece pajama pants in every color, size. I even bought him some. I found some at Walmart on clearance. It's the Halloween print. They were $6, so I bought them. I know him though, he ain't gonna wear them until Halloween, but I'm just saying, the things, like I told him, I said, you may say, oh, it's too many clothes or whatever, but when something happens, he had what he needs, like a 2-piece fleece set, Under Armour, any brand, Nike, he got it. So I'm one of those type, I don't have to have what everybody else have, but I feel like I need to have what I need. That's my concern. Never a competition, because life is not about competing. For me, unless you're playing a game. And congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots. New England Patriots, that's my nephew team, because he grew up in New England. Born and raised in New Hampshire. But yeah, so it's cold today. My car right now says 25. I should have on some gloves, but my gloves are too fancy to whatever. I know it sounds crazy, but I got to get me just some everyday gloves. I don't want to walk in there with them gloves and look thrown off. But yeah, so I'm headed to the JOB. A lot of people, well, the schools went back today though. The local school system went back, but the ones in the outlying areas, I don't think any of them went back today. One of them, I think, they're going back. What they did, they stalled an hour and a half, so to give the roads a chance to be, salted or dusted or whatever they do. But the kids here went back at their regular time, and the roads aren't bad, honestly. There is some ice in some places, like over in my area, people are having to pay to come and get trees cut down. Because the limbs, that's why our utilities went off. The limbs hit the ice made those limbs heavy, and it messed up the poles. So they started. I got a text that they started at about 8 o'clock. I got something at 6:11. Then they said they'd be out there at 8. So I really think they worked all that time, and even leaving home today, they are still there. Cutting down trees. All right, y'all. Be blessed. Be safe. Stay warm. Bye. It's Tuesday. We were off yesterday. I think I told y'all that earlier. But yeah, I was reading an article on my lunch break. And it said that 25% of the unemployed population are degreed applicants. 25% of the unemployed are degree professionals. Isn't that sad? I was just talking with a lady last week, I think maybe Friday, and she was telling me that she's been applying and they're saying that she's overqualified. I said, well, what happens is they're afraid that they put you in a position you won't stay. She said, yeah, but I realized that where I am, I can't expect to get that type of money. But she said she was working for Microsoft. I'm sorry, Google, Microsoft, one of them. And she said she understands that she won't get that kind of money. But I was like, wow. Isn't that sad? You go to school and thinking you want to be stable. That's why I tell y'all we got to realize that God is our source. These jobs are just our resources. Yeah, any day they can come in and say, look, especially when you're in that management position, they can just come in. You know, you can have somebody come in from headquarters. They come in on the company jet and decide they don't like the way you got the store operating. They just let you go on the spot. Yeah. But that's sad though, you know, all the sacrifices, and then, you know, for those of us with student loans, having to pay back all that money to get an education, and then can't find a job. Now, one thing about it, if you're unemployed, you can get forbearance or whatever, but it's calculating interest though. It's a lot. Yes, indeed, but I'm just praying that for those who are going through it, that they understand that God is in control. And anything you're going through, He can fix it. I know He can fix it for you, y'all, because He fixed it for me. He fixed it for me. I'm a living testimony. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Let me get in the store and get what I need and get to my house. Talk to y'all later. All right. There's still a lot of ice right there. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, top of that curve, y'all. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. I am getting a few slowly, but I am getting a few more, and I'm appreciative. We got foggy. But I just wanted to come on, and I was watching the news this morning, and they said that Bill Belichick, this is his first time being on the list as an inductee into the Hall of Fame. And they were talking about all of the Super Bowls he's won. Not only with New England, seems like they say he's won. I'm going to put some of his stats here. But anyway, and they said he wasn't selected. And then they were questioning, the lady was saying it's probably because some of the things they had, remember with the inflate gate, talking about how they had deflated the football and stuff like that. They were saying that maybe those were some of the things, maybe it took points away from them or whatever. And see, I thought about this after I said, oh wow, that's not right. But then I know that sometimes in instances like that, they have a numbering system, right? And then you're given so many numbers based on things, if I'm making sense. Like if you've ever had any situations to come up like something like that, it takes so many points away. So maybe he didn't get the amount of points that was needed. I forget how many they said. I'll put a little clip in here and tell y'all what that was. So that may have something to do with it. We don't know. But in an instance like that, though, okay, if you're looking at him and then you're going to compare him to the people that will be inducted, you're going to be comparing. Because I know that's the type of person I am, okay? If this person did that, then tell me about somebody else who did something same or similar. How was that situation handled? So, I don't know. Who knows? We don't know. You know, sometimes the scoring systems and everything is something that's confidential. And then, you know, you'll be privy to some of the information, but some you won't know. Yeah. But anyway, it's sad to know that in Louisiana we had some deaths because of the storm. And I did lose power for 12 hours, but we were warming up. We just put on, like I said, on some bought this. It was a 10-piece bedding set. And it came with the comforter, the shams, the bed skirts. And then it also had an extra duvet to go over the bed. So I put that on my bed. And so it's very warm. In fact, last night I had on a flannel gown. I had to come out of that thing. I gotten too hot. So you know once you go to sleep, your body temperature rises. So yeah, but I just thank God it wasn't as worse as it was. I can't see where that light at because I can't see. Usually when you get close up to it, you can't see it. I see it got cars stopped here, so I know I can't go. But yeah, y'all just be safe out there. And one man and his 2 dogs, they died, and they found a generator in the garage. They tell you don't put them in the garage, so they may have died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Because there's no vent in the garage for that, those gases to seep out. I don't know if these are the right color pants. I guess they are. I got on some leggings and some boots and this shirt. This shirt is old. And just a cardigan sweater, and then I got my coat because I don't like to be too hot. If I go out, I have my coat in the car, but I don't need to have it in the office. I just walk in my office from my car, so I'm not hot. You know what I mean? So I don't like to be. Now, if I'm gonna be out in it, my car is warm. I warm my car. But if I'm gonna be out in that weather, yeah, I'm going to have to put that shoulder to cry. All right, I ain't gonna be here long because I can ramble. I just want to stop in and mention it about Belichick and tell y'all about we had 8 deaths in Louisiana. One elderly lady, I don't know where she was, when the power went out, she didn't get an oxygen. So that was sad. So sad. So I'm praying for all those families who suffer loss. Celebrate each other, stand united as one. If you haven't experienced it, we lift our hands up and pray. All right, y'all be blessed. Make sure smile. Before him with all of our faith. He is the change within us. There